Hey everybody, how you doing? Just have a short Thanksgiving message for you. Wanted to tell you about the original Thanksgiving and the reason that we eat ham on Thanksgiving Day rather than turkey. As you may, um, as you know, the Pilgrims came to America. They left England because they were a religious group that just got tired of their pastor. He talked a long time and a lot of times just didn't make much sense. So uh, they wanted to get away. They wanted to make a clean break. So they came over here to America on the Mayflower, which is a boat which was named for a flower that blooms in June, and that's why they got here in July. So anyway, when they arrived, they parked their boat next to a state called Massachusetts, and there was a rock that jutted out from the shore. It was named Plymouth Rock. That rock was named after a car that was manufactured here in the States, back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Anyway, they got off in Plymouth Rock and they walked onto the land, and the first people they met were Indians, people that had lived here, indigenous people to the land, and the Indians taught them how to plant corn and plant potatoes and plant pumpkins and all your traditional Thanksgiving food. And the Pilgrims got right to work and did all that. The problem was with the meat dish, and that was the turkey and the deer were running around in the woods. But as you may not know, the Pilgrims were notably slow afoot. They just weren't fast runners, and they couldn't catch up to them to get close enough to try and shoot them with their giant guns, because they didn't have any camo, for one thing, and also they had these giant hats. And the turkey and the deer just saw him coming all the time and just said, "Hey, run, there's a bunch of people coming after us." So they couldn't get any turkey or deer because of their lack of speed. And also, they weren't sure about the hunting season. They knew they had missed spring gobbler. But in the fall of the year, since they were the first people here, they just didn't know what license to buy. They didn't know when archery came in or when rifles started, so they just had no idea when the season would be open for the turkey or the deer. However, there was this good-sized group of pigs that just sort of wandered around their compound, and they were slow. They didn't run very fast at all. The Pilgrims just walked up to them with their giant hats on and just shot them in the head, and they had ham for their first Thanksgiving. So the bottom line is this. This year, we might not have the same Thanksgiving that we did before. The Pilgrims settled for ham because the hams were a lot easier to catch. We might have to settle for a slightly different meal. Maybe people that would normally bring a special dish to Thanksgiving won't be there this year. That's okay. That's okay. Let's just remember the reason we have Thanksgiving. The Pilgrims sat down with the Native Americans to give thanks to our Lord for all the blessings of the food and the friendships, the love of family and friends. That's the real meaning of the season, the reason we gather together this week. So wherever you are, whatever you're eating, just remember those things. Keep them humbly in your heart. May you have a blessed Thanksgiving. From all of us to all of you, happy Thanksgiving.